I'm in Lincoln Park at the home of an accomplished architect, Avi Lothan, who described to me why this house looks the way it does. First of all, it's all red brick. Fits right in with the red brick of the historical homes in the neighborhood. He called it intentionally contextual. And if you look at the context here, you really see this house has a 2-story piece and a 3-story piece. Next door, 2-story house and a 3-story house. Up at the top, they've got these black metal cornices, and at the top of his house is a metal cornice. So even though it's a very contemporary house, it's designed to fit right in among its older neighbors. Now normally I'd take you inside to look, but it's such a nice day, let's not go inside. We're going to go to a courtyard right in the center of the house. I sat down here in the courtyard with Millie Rosenblum, the agent selling the house, partly because this is just a very beautiful day and a great place to sit, but the real reason to be here is this is where this house started.
That's true. This house was originally drawn on a napkin while the husband and wife, and the husband, who is also an architect, decided what their dream home should look like.
And so what we end up with, we've got this sea that embraces the courtyard we're in, but this space, he was telling me, the courtyard and the living room, these are supposed to feel like one space. In weather like this, it does. The in and out spaces are complementary to one another, and we could flow back and forth. But we also, in the winter, would probably enjoy being in here because they face the house east, so that we're going to get the nice morning sun any time of year, right?
That's right.
So we've got this great combination of spaces. This is beautiful with no roof and the sky, but in there they've got that beautiful 2-story volume with the wood screening on the roof and just a gorgeous space coming down to this fireplace framed in steel. Really
Yes.
a cool room.
Yes. He also concentrated on the fact that he wanted the living room level to be the level of the courtyard, so you had an easy flow in and out.
Terrific. And then going into that side of the sea, we get the dining room, which has a another small courtyard off it, a walled space.
Yes.
Really pretty little room. And then the kitchen
Yes.
is really nice, very contemporary.
Very contemporary. He has a stainless steel countertop, big backsplash of granite, lots of storage. His wife is a very good cook. They like to entertain. So we focused on a lot of countertops for her, and then they did an informal little breakfast area for the family to gather in the morning.
That's great. The family can really gather in lots of spaces here. We should mention on the other side of the sea, first floor, there's an office. But let's go on up to the master bedroom, which is above it here, looking out over the courtyard, and it's a great little spot. It feels like it's a separate space. Looks off on a balcony that overlooks the street. It's like the old front room, right?
Yes.
And he mentioned the glass railing of the balcony is so that you can be lying in bed and not looking at a banister, but looking out at the trees.
Right, right.
Really cool.
He also concentrated on the ventilation. He did windows in the front and windows in the back, so you have cross ventilation. They don't like air conditioning, even though the house is air conditioned, but they like the idea of fresh air.
So you get a nice breeze through that room.
Yes.
And the same thing across here, the other side of the sea on the second floor, family room, guest suite,
Yes.
right? With this terrace above us here and cross ventilation.
Yes.
Really nice, a great space. And then you go up another level. The parents are on the second floor and the kids are up on the third floor, and they've got, I think, 3 bedrooms lined up.
3 rooms, 3 bedrooms, and we're all done approximately the same size, so nobody can argue which bedroom they're going to get. And then they did a large hall bath intentionally so that the kids would interact more with one another, and it's just beautifully done. Also want to mention that the house has 5 outdoor spaces throughout the home.
I like the way they're arranged. We have this one, but we also have the small one off the guest room. There's a nice big one on the back of the house. The only place, if you're a sun worshiper, I think that's the only one you're going to go to because that gets baked. One of the children's bedrooms has its own deck.
Right.
Lots of ways for the indoors and outdoors to blend together. It feels very Californian.
Yes, it does.